Welcome to a Monday. It is August 28th of 2023. I'm Dan Ramey, flying solo today. No Mike Smith. He'll be with us on tomorrow's program. Of course, a busy night for us on Friday night with the Logan Elm Braves and the Westfall Mustangs. And busy weekend as well in that regard. So, Mike, a deserved day off. All right, coming up here shortly, we'll get you caught up to date with news topics and a look at sports that we will have for you today. And this date in history takes us back to 1963. So that's all just ahead for you in a moment. I want to remind you that we've got a YouTube channel. We've been uploading some videos that we've produced, and that's where you'll find the Litter Media Game of the Week highlight show, which will be tomorrow. That'll be the release date for our Litter Media Game of the Week from this past Friday night. There are some extras that are up and already running. We'll tell you about those in sports coming up in just a moment, but I do have some difficult news that I have to share with you coming up in our sportscast. So I'll explain in just a matter of minutes, so stick close for that. Let's get you caught up to date first on how the weather is shaping up. Much more comfortable than it was last week. Remember that heat we went through last week? Ooh, it was unbearable. Sunny skies today, low humidity, temperatures to reach around 80 degrees. Tonight it'll be clear and cool again, lows of 59. Tomorrow more sun and 82. And we'll see some cloud cover come Wednesday with high temperatures to reach near 77. Liking this weather much more than what we had last week, especially Friday night for football. It was tough on everybody that was at a football game. Those in the stands, those on the field, all the way around. All right, coming up, we'll take a look at news for you. But first, I want to tell you about Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor. They service a wide area, all the way from Columbus over to Dayton, down to Portsmouth, along the Ohio River, and, of course, right here in their home base in Chillicothe. Now, heating, cooling, plumbing, if you have an issue with one of those areas that makes it difficult to live in your home, you can trust your trusted comfort advisor. Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Click on this ad anywhere you see it on our website at littermedia.com. It will take you right to their website where you can learn more about their services for accurate heating, cooling, and plumbing. The U.S. Department of Energy invites you to attend one of two open house events to learn more about the progress for future development at the Portsmouth Gaseous Diffusion Plant in Piketon. The first is August 29th at Oscar's Restaurant in Portsmouth, located at 711 2nd Street, or August 31st at the OSU Endeavor Center in Piketon, located at 1862 Shyville Road. Both events will take place from 3 to 7 p.m. If you have questions, please call 1-888-603-7722 or email questions@fbportsmouth.com.
You haven't had vodka soda like this. No one has. Made with the world's smoothest vodka plus real juice. New White Claw Vodka Soda.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
Visit your local Dixie Chopper dealer today or visit dixiechopper.com.
When ensuring what's important to you, Andy Tomlinson and his associates are there when you need them the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit tomlinsonins.com to learn more. All right, time to take a look at what is making news for us today on our website, littermedia.com, as well as on our Facebook page and our Twitter pages for you. You'll find us easily at littermedia.com. We start off with news from the Veterans Center. It's Chillicothe VA Medical Center wanting to hear from the women veterans in the community. Coming up Thursday at 6 p.m., providers will be on the call answering questions about services, benefits, and activities at the local VA. So you want to join in to discover what the VA has to offer. You can share your feedback so VA can better understand your needs and ensure timely, equitable high-quality, comprehensive services in a safe and sensitive environment. Chillicothe VA Medical Center has been serving our community for 100 years. They're getting ready to celebrate a big centennial next summer. Looking forward to that. But want to remind you that those services are available right here in Chillicothe. Earlier this summer, we were promoting an event that we'll share with you in a moment about Liberty Camp. Let me get to that. There we go. And here you see some of the folks that were participating in a living history moment, part of Liberty Camp, a chance for the kids to understand the beginning of our country and the founding of America and its framework. This is some of what the photos look like. You watch out when you've got somebody loading that cannon, right? But give them a chance to find out what it was like to be Minutemen, also find out the things that they went through during this time, the early portion of our country. Thank you to the men and women who make this possible. This was held up at the church there on Mead Drive, just off of, I'm trying to remember the name of the street that goes up that way. Bellevue, thank you. But First Presbyterian Church, which has a very colonial look to it, as it were. Now, on Friday, Mike had a special in-studio visit with the men talking about 3D archery shoot, sponsored by Crosshairs Outdoor Ministry. It's taking place this Saturday from 9 until noon over on Mingo Road here in Chillicothe. You can see the interview on our videos page here on Facebook, but you can also go to crosshairsoutdoors.com to get more information. And remember, the hairs is spelled like airs, just in case you're wondering about that. Friday, September 8th, that's going to be a big day because it is the Battle of the Bands, the 15th annual Ultimate Band Showdown, which starts at 9:30 on the campus. 10 schools participating. The marching bands from Medina, Chillicothe, Circleville, Huntington, Logan Elm, Paint Valley, Southeastern, Unioto, Westfall, and St. Trace. The Shermans have won the last 2 showdowns. Can they make it 3? You can learn more details here on our Facebook page. Just scroll down in the newsfeed. 7 more teams from 9 counties will participate in the second cohort of the Broadband Ohio Community Accelerator Program. The program, which is aimed at helping communities create localized broadband expansion plans, included a combined team representing Athens, Hocking, and Perry counties. You can read all about it on our website, littermedia.com. Scioto Trails State Park is conducting Harvest Days coming up September 22nd through the 23rd. They'll have games for everyone to enjoy, also a food market, prizes, crafts, gifts, and a whole lot more. Again, details available on our Facebook page. Look at this guy, Reverend Troy Gray, getting a surprise Saturday during the Hope Fest, helping to celebrate recovery. He thought he was merely there to pray over the event for the day, but officials surprised him by handing him their Advocate of the Year award. Another Chance Ministries through Zion Baptist Church, which is where Troy has been pastor for 30 years or so now, has helped hundreds of victims of addiction become clean and changing their lives for the better. Congratulations to my buddy J. Troy Gray. Logan Elm Schools dedicated their new buildings on Sunday afternoon, and I want to say thank you to the Pickaway County Sheriff's Department for posting some photos from the event. For those unable to attend yesterday, the school district reports another open house will take place on September 5th, so mark that down on your calendar. For the last 20 years, the bell has rested inside Circleville City Administration offices. It is a half-ton bell. You see the gentleman there struggling to get it to move. Well, they're returning it to City Hall, and they've got a new carriage they've built for this to be reinstalled up in the cupola, the Belvedere, the City Hall in Circleville. Yeah, that'll be cool to see and hear if they get it to ring again. Coming next week, or actually this week, we're already here, a number of events that are coming up. For BWXT, as we mentioned to you, have their community open house on Thursday. Roco Music Fest, you've heard a lot about this. It's 3 days of country music out at the Ross County Fairgrounds. The Maker Fair at Paper City is coming up on Sunday at 2 p.m., and the Sam Jam Bluegrass Festival at the Pike County Fairgrounds runs Wednesday right through Sunday. Other events include softball for you. This is the Guns and Hoses Battle out of VA Memorial Stadium. All proceeds from the event will benefit Ross County Sheriff's Deputy Sergeant Eric Cochran, who you might remember was shot last November in the line of duty. He has since been recovering. This game is going to take place at noon at VA Memorial Stadium this coming Sunday. Also this weekend, it is the Best in the West competition, arting right there on the streets of Circleville. It's Arts Around, a big event we told you about last week, but just a reminder that it's coming up this weekend. Also this weekend, Sunday, it will be at the Presbyterian Church we talked about a moment ago, 2 p.m., the Renaissance Singers will be with the theme of TV time, so a lot of TV theme shows they will peruse through. 2 o'clock at the First Presbyterian Church on Sunday. Also this Saturday, the Circleville Eagles will have their Antique and Classic Car Show. That'll be at 135 East Main Street in Circleville. Registration starts at 11 o'clock. The show runs from noon until 6 p.m. You've got until 1 o'clock if you want to get your car there to get registered for the show. On our road reports, here in Ross County, work is set to begin today for a bridge maintenance project on US 35 eastbound between Eastern Avenue and US 50 on the bridge over the Scioto River. So at least one lane of traffic will be maintained on US 35 eastbound throughout construction. It's most likely going to be a bit of a bind with traffic there. The US 35 westbound traffic will be unaffected, but if you're heading the other way, chances are you'll run into some slowdown. They're estimating the completion of this project to be winter of 2023. So that's a look at what's making news for us today. We've got sports on the way here in just a moment, so stay close for that. But first, these words from our sponsors.
Hey y'all, I'm so excited to be playing Roca Music Fest with my buddy Parker McCullen. Make sure you go to rosscountyfair.com to get your tickets.
For transportation options in Ross County, call Ross County Health District's Mobility Management Team, 740-779-9652.
Worth it if you enjoy it. Michelob Ultra.
Before we get into sports, I want to remind you about Scioto Valley Dumpsters and the services they provide. Not only can they provide the dumpster for you, but they also have other services, like they'll do construction work, they'll do rebuilds, they'll do cleanups, they'll haul gravel. They do just about anything and everything. But dumpsters is in the name, and it's something that you can't forget about. So if you got a cleanup job that needs to be done in your residence or your commercial business, make sure that you get a dumpster through Scioto Valley Dumpsters, 740-253-8389. Tell Carl that Dan and Mike sent you, won't you? Carl was involved with Unioto Schools, if I'm not mistaken, back in the day. There was a nice effort there by the Unioto boys cross country team. They won the Pickerington Cross Country Invitational this past Saturday. Chillicothe came in fourth as the only area teams in the top 10. Unioto's Cameron Walker came away as the winner on the girls' side of things. And let me click a button here so you can see that. There we go. See her as the top individual there with a time of 19:06.6. So congratulations to the ladies on this as well. The Shermans as a team placed third. Waverly was 8th and Chillicothe 10th. You can see more results when you go to our Twitter page at Litter Twitter. That's also where you find some other high school weekend scores, including high school volleyball powers South Webster rallied from an 0-2 deficit to win at Adena in 5 sets. In the Warriors' season opener, the Jeeps improving to 3-0 on the season. Circleville Volleyball was a 4-set winner over St. Trace. Here you see football from Saturday night. Ironton defeating Jackson handily, 35-14. And South Webster a winner over Jackson in soccer, 4-2. And Lady Cavs took one on the chin here by Big Walnut, 12-1. More scores all throughout the week that you'll find on our Twitter page, Litter Twitter. Circleville girls firing another program record, 346 to take first place Saturday in the Mid-State League Tournament number 2 at Valley View over in Lancaster. Circleville's Lady Tigers improving to 12-0 on the season in MSL play. Elena Seeley firing a 70 for tournament medalist honors. Congratulations. Well, I mentioned to you Litter Media Extras from the Logan Elm victory over Westfall this past Friday night, 43-6 the final. You can find the coaches, what they had to say about the game, both Logan Stepp and Terry Holbert, but also extras with the Logan Elm cheerleaders and the Westfall cheerleaders. Now, here's the bad news that I have to deliver to you today, and I had to swallow my pride on this. We had a program error with our camera that was on the press box, so I do not have the marching bands for Logan Elm or Westfall. I apologize. I'm a big band guy. Many of you know that, and it just rips my heart out when you see that you had a malfunction with a camera. So I apologize. Perhaps we can get to another Logan Elm or Westfall game to be able to see those bands in action. My apologies again to my many, many band friends. Don't forget, we've got Neil Coleman Insurance, Wyandotte Mutual Insurance Players of the Week, and you'll find them on our website, littermedia.com. Just click where it says Players of the Week. We've had 2 players mentioned already. We are making our way towards a Player of the Year. So while the sports seasons are just now starting, if something happened earlier in this calendar year, hence the congratulatory comments we had over the weekend for Cole Miller, who was a 3-time state champion at this past spring's match up at Ohio State. It could be something that happened prior in the basketball season, any of the other winter sports or the spring sports from earlier this year, and including this year's sports, the current seasons that we're in right now. So if you want to nominate a player, just go to our website, littermedia.com, click on Players of the Week. You'll find out how to make your nomination right there at your fingertips, as they say. Reds suffered a loss yesterday, 5-2, the final in Arizona. They lost 3 of the 4 games in Arizona. All 4 were quite entertaining with things going on there, but they find themselves now a game and a half back in the wild card race. As they continue their series out in the West, they'll take on San Francisco tonight for the first of 3 games in Frisco. Meanwhile, the Guardians picked up a 10-7 win yesterday over the Toronto Blue Jays. The Ohio Bobcats suffered a loss in the opener for the college football season, and the Buckeyes get their season underway this weekend as well. So we've got plenty more sports to follow and share with you as the days progress. Coming up, this date in history, as we'll look back on this date in 1963. We think a lot about it every January. In fact, if you didn't know that it took place on this date in the summer of 63, you would think it took place in January. But we'll discuss coming up in a bit, right after these words from our sponsors. The U.S. Department of Energy invites you to attend one of 2 open house events to learn more about the progress for future development at the Portsmouth Gaseous Diffusion Plant in Piketon. The first is August 29th at Oscar's Restaurant in Portsmouth, located at 711 2nd Street, or August 31st at the OSU Endeavor Center in Piketon, located at 1862 Shyville Road. Both events will take place from 3 to 7 p.m. If you have questions, please call 1-888-603-8255 7722 or email questions@fbportsmouth.com.
At Rathkamp Financial, we believe in building client relationships for the long term, guiding you through the stages of wealth with a plan and bringing you closer to reaching your financial dreams. We believe in long-term relationships and working to earn your continued trust with our customized investment solutions.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Coming up on Wednesday, it is open interview time with the managers of McDonald's in Chillicothe, Circleville, Greenfield, and Waverly. And if you're looking for work, they're looking for you because they're always looking for McDonald's crew members. So if you think you fit the bill, make sure you stop in Wednesday from 2 until 5. And while you're there, you'll have that opportunity to sit down and talk with the manager. Look at this. This is one of the T-shirts that we award for the McDonald's Player of the Game from our Litter Media Game of the Week. And this week, the honor goes to Landon Thompson, running back for the Logan Elm Braves. He scored 4 touchdowns, ran for 121 yards in the Braves' victory over Westfall. And didn't get a chance to do an interview with Landon after the game, but I did make it onto the bus to make sure he got the shirt, and I really wish I would have had a camera rolling because it was a cool moment in which Terry Holbert turns around and says, "Hey, McDonald's Player of the Game, Landon LT," and he throws the teacher to him. The smile on his face was priceless. I only have the ability to describe what I saw, but it was a great moment on the bus, and I, again, should have had a camera rolling when I walked onto the bus. So congratulations to Landon Thompson, the Player of the Week, in regards to our Game of the Week. All right, time to take a look at this date in history. We take it back to 1963 on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. The African-American Civil Rights Movement reaching its high water mark when Martin Luther King Jr. delivering his I Have a Dream speech to about 250,000 people attending on the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. The demonstrators, black and white, poor and rich, came together in the nation's capital to demand voting rights and equal opportunity for African Americans and to appeal for an end to racial segregation and discrimination. This date in history, 1963. That's a look at this date for August 28th of 2023, the moment where we sit down and take a look at the topics of the day. Thank you so much for listening. We do have a Litter Media special event scheduled for you tomorrow. That will be featuring the Ross County Historical Society. Forgive me, let me back up on that. The Ross County Humane Society. They have the same acronym as the Ross County Historical Society. But the Humane Society will be here to talk about Bark in the Park. It's coming up this weekend, so we have that opportunity to sit down and maybe learn a little bit more about the building campaign that continues. They were meeting with architects the last time we talked with them, so hopefully, and who knows, maybe they'll have some drawings for us, renderings to see and share on the program. That'll be at 10 o'clock tomorrow with a special edition of Litter Media Live. So until then, I'm Dan Ramey. Thank you for watching. Back with you again here on another edition tomorrow morning, bright and early.